Holy macadamia nut, our girl, you know her, we love her, we all love her. Cash Money G. Willis, she just can't stop. She can't stop running this mouth. She has responded. I have got the actual press conference, actual footage of Cash Money G responding in her typical unruly, brash, in your face, I'm a sister type of fashion in response to the Georgia State Senate hearing yesterday that we went live. If you haven't seen that live stream, it is jam-packed with value. I'll leave it in the end screen. Also, just go to our channel on Rumble or YouTube, and you will see the latest live stream there where we went through the entire trial. Essentially, the trial was led by Senate Committee Chairman Bill Cowsert, who's actually the Senate leader in the state, who was questioning the county commissioner, Mr. Pitts, as well as the chief financial officer, Ms. Whitmore, on where is the oversight? Where is the accountability? How does the DA, Cash Money G. Willis, get her budget approved? Is there any reporting? Is there any communication? We came to find out in a very, very shocking, harsh way that they really had nothing to say. At the end of that trial, there was some interviews with both Mr. Pitts and Mr. Counselor. Check out some of this footage right here.
Says he does not approve of the current system, which allows not only DAs, but county constitutional officers like the sheriff and the tax commissioner to spend their budgets however they see fit. The DA's office has a $36.6 million budget and 340 employees that Willis alone has authority over.
After we appropriate money to them, I think we have an obligation, a fiduciary responsibility to the taxpaying citizens of the county to know how that money is being spent. As it currently stands, the county constitutional officers and the state constitutional officers, they believe that once it's appropriated, they are free to use those funds as they see fit.
Fulton County does not appreciate the way she's handled many things, including her relationship with Mr. Wade, her failure to disclose gifts and benefits that she received from him when she hired him and approved his pay and his salary and all the checks with no other oversight.
I really like Senator Counselor. I think it's so interesting. Again, you've got to go check out that full live stream. I love his accent, by the way, too. If you love his accent, too, let me know in the comments. What a beautiful, kind of sounds like Tennessee Williams, that southern drawl. I love that accent. You really have to go check out the entire live stream that we did yesterday. It was phenomenal because it's just jaw-dropping that this chairman, Mr. Pitts, and the chief financial officer, they literally had nothing to say when it came to these tens of millions of taxpayer dollars going to Cash Money G. Fani Willis and her entire office with zero oversight. It's no wonder she paid Nathan Wade over $1 million, which is an exorbitant salary for somebody who's unqualified, but for any independent contractor outside special assistant prosecutor, and then took advantage of that, which is a conflict of interest, as well as all the other lies and egregiousness that she committed. No wonder there's no oversight. So check out that live stream if you haven't, but here is Cash Money G's response. I'm going to show you two videos. These are so good, Nez Nation. The first video is a response because this was spoken about and brought up many, many times in the trial yesterday, in the hearing yesterday, of the fact that there's this huge backlog of criminal cases, over 50,000 criminal cases that are waiting to get their day in court. And the question arose, why is it that is this a good allocation of taxpayer resources and funds going towards this election interference case against Trump and 18 other co-defendants when you've got this huge backlog? Is this something that even Cash Money G. Fani Willis, the district attorney, can even handle? Listen to this response. Oh, this is so good.
I'm a sister. I can do all of it. I can prosecute high-profile cases, and I can prosecute everyday cases when they need to be prosecuted. It takes a team of us to make things go right, and right now things are going the way they should. So I would tell them, don't listen to that. Look at what the actual numbers are, and you don't have to take my word for it. The mayor has told people in Atlanta that he is excited that crime is down.
As she always does in her typical fashion, any question, dare anybody, just try to inquire about the validity of what she's doing and the practices of her office, the lawfulness, the ethics involved in her practices, she just gets into fiery Oprah Winfrey. How dare you question me? First of all, I'm a sister? What in the world does that mean? I'm a sister. What does that have to do with your credibility, your ethos, your track record, your skills and expertise in being a prosecutor? I mean, I can handle whatever I want. I'm a sister. Don't you know I'm a sister? I can do whatever I want. I can handle everything. Why wouldn't you use your actual track record, your expertise, your experience, your record? Why wouldn't you use that to bolster confidence in that kind of response to that question? And to, obviously, it's a televised press conference. Why wouldn't you use actual valid substantive evidence to your credibility? And then you just, instead of always, falling back on this race issue that nobody ever brings up. This case, the fact that you're being attacked, Cash Money G, has nothing to do with skin tone. It has to do with ethos. It has to do with credibility. It has to do with your unprofessionalism, which time and time again is on full display. It's got nothing to do with race. And the vitriol and the malice that she spews when anybody dare questions her. I mean, it's unbelievable. And watch this. She does it again. Here's the second video. Check this out.
Isn't it interesting when we got a bunch of African-American DAs, now we need Daddy to tell us what to do. So y'all can go put that can be your soundbite for today. But today I am here so I can reach my community, and this is really messing up my business. They can look all they want. The DA's office has done everything according to the books. We are following the law. I'm sorry that folks get mad when everybody in society can be prosecuted. But today is really important that we reach the community. So I appreciate you being here about whatever case is of interest to you. But what I'm interested in is my community. I am a prosecutor that I don't care if you're black, if you're white, if you're Hispanic, if you're Asian, if you're rich or you're poor. I don't care who your daddy is. If you violate the law in this county, you are going to be prosecuted. But I also don't care if you're impoverished or if you're rich. We have services that we want to help people, and we are here today to get the information to the community about how they can get services from our office, and we have to come to them. I think we're doing an excellent job of going to seniors. We've done an excellent job of serving children. This is for the everyday citizen. They can keep looking. I'm not interested in them looking. They can look. I'm sorry they pissed off. Justice is now actually blind. Lady Justice is blind. Everybody can get it. Okay, so use that as your soundbite. I would tell them things are working. And so clearly, when you have this sister in office, we can do both things.
It just absolutely blows. It just absolutely blows my mind that Obama or Kamala or whoever has not hired a PR specialist to help Cash Money G with her appearances, because how could you be proud of this representation? Every appearance, every soundbite, as she even identifies, she even is aware that what she's saying is so foul. It is such a miscarriage of the truth. It is such an undermining of the process, the criminal justice system, that she even lets the media know, there's your soundbite for the day. Almost as if she relishes the fact that she's some sort of kind of myopic, mentally subpar villain in this whole, Trump Georgia election interference case. It's just mind-boggling to me. What does you having to be a black DA have to do with it? Instead of actually pointing to the root cause of why everybody is making the same claim that you are unprofessional, unethical, you violated the law on multiple occasions. The way that you presented yourself when you stormed into court during the disqualification hearing, all the things that the lapse of judgment when you have defied Judge McAfee's orders to not talk, to basically violating a gag order, not making this a race issue, going to church and defaming an entire potential pool of jurors. I mean, time and time again, why are you doing this? Why don't you get a PR specialist? And to top it off, I got a bonus video for you, Nez Nation. Her whole notion that they've been doing amazing cutting crime and look at what, don't take my word for it. Don't take my word for it. I mean, the more defensive she gets, it's just obvious that all of the so-called rumors or so-called murmurings are true, that you are a failed DA, that you are after the limelight, that you don't care about justice, you don't care about your people, you haven't done anything on the up and up. The more defensive you get, your posture, your stance, your attitude, your maliciousness when every time you're questioned just proves that they're right. But I've got evidence here. Check this out. This really touching video. Corruption in Fulton County. Check out this video of a father whose son has been incarcerated for 5 years. Look at what he says about Fani Willis's whole notion that she's been on top of crime and they've been doing a great job. Check this out.
My name is Joel Watley. My last name is Whatley. I'm the father of Casey Watley, who's been incarcerated in Fulton County Jail for 5 years now. And as we're starting to see, there's a pattern of corruption within the district attorney's office. My son, like I say, has been incarcerated 5 years. The attorney he had was a current, a prior district attorney who had worked with Fani Willis previously. They came back and stated that they found evidence in my son's case after there was no evidence. They came back and said they found evidence and they had found fingerprints. Well, it came to find out in court that was a lie. They said a second testing had been done and my son's fingerprints were found on the scene, and that was a lie. The attorney, Darryl Korn, tried to get my son to take a 20-year plea deal by falsifying evidence. And as you can see, corruption is just running rampant within Fulton County Jail. It's time for something to be done, man. We got to do something. Y'all allowing these kids to be locked up, knowing that lady is corrupt. She spent the money that was meant to help the kids, and then she RICO'd them. She RICO'd all the young people after she spent the money that was meant to help them, to create a safe environment for them not to have to be out here in these gangs. Now let's ask her what she did with that money. It's time to do something to clean up Fulton County. We're not talking about tomorrow. We need to start today. You got over 800 people in that jail who shouldn't be there, haven't been indicted, they won't take them to trial. How is that justice? And you know what the crazy thing is? Fulton County sit back and watch.
We did a video on that too. My heart goes out to that father. My goodness. As a father, I just can't imagine if you happen to live in Fani Cash Money G. Willis's district, you're not getting any justice. You're not getting any peace. You're just getting the exact opposite. I feel for that father. Let me know. I pass this off to you, Nez Nation. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I can't wait to hear from you. Woo! And by the way, Senator Counselor in the Georgia State Committee hearing said they are going to continue pursuing this. There's going to be more hearings, and you know your boy Nez has got you covered, so make sure you subscribe and follow. As always, it's very difficult for me to, it's literally physically impossible for me to respond to all the comments. So members get top priority. You get all sorts of perks. Consider becoming a member. I'll leave a link down below, as well as super chats and super thanks. We really, really appreciate everything that you do. One thing that's free, though, is consider becoming a Nez Nation Insider. That's our free newsletter where you'll get all of these amazing stories, current events, top stories, breaking news right to your inbox that mainstream media won't cover. I'll leave a link to that in the description, pinned comment, and show notes as well. Check out these videos coming up on the screen. And as always, God bless you, your families, and may God bless America. I'll see you soon.